I'm gonna show you some tricks how to easily mount a tubeless tire, in this case the Schwalbe Pro One 25mm tubeless easy micro skin tire, in this case onto a no tubes Setia Alpha 340 rim. Now I already mounted the tire, as you can see, so I'm not showing that. I mounted the tire without any tools, just by hand, and I heard people say that it goes on really hard. This is not the case for me. So this is the fourth Schwalbe Pro One I mounted, and I never used any tools. I used two 28mm. I wrote both of them down. This is now the second 25mm, one front and one rear I mounted. It's always the same rim, front and rear, and I never had any problems. It might be different with different rims. They might be 1 or 2mm bigger in diameter, I don't know that, but with this I never had any problems. And now, to avoid the big mess, I use something which is called Milk It, Swiss engineered. So this is, let me open it, it's a neat kit. It has this big syringe with some specialties to it. Now there is also a Milk It valve which has additional benefits, but I'm not using the valve, so I only really use this for setting up the tire initially, and it helps a lot. So I'm only using one hand, which makes it a bit more difficult. Just a second. This syringe has these two extra parts in it, and I'm just gonna put them together quickly. They are screwed together here and here. And all it is it's a syringe with a small nozzle. It has this valve here too, but I don't really need this now. And what I'm gonna do, I just have to get some tools for this. I need to take out the valve core, and then I'm gonna fill the sealant directly into the valve with the tire already mounted. It's not going, yes, okay, just a second. So I use this small tool here, which you can buy, or you can also use some pliers, and take off the valve core, just screw it out. There are different ways of doing this. This is actually quite an easy way. And once it's out, there it goes. Put it to the side, put the valve at the bottom. It's not working that well with my stand here, so I'll leave it a bit like this. Take the syringe, and in my case some stance sealant. So now I have my syringe filled with about 20ml of sealant, and I'm gonna now insert the end of the syringe into the valve. Make sure it's facing downwards. And in goes the sealant. I'm pressing all of it in. In it is. Pump up or down a bit, put some air in too. Screw back on the valve cover. And personally, I always think it's worth it trying to pump it up with a track pump, floor pump. Even though the success rate is not very high. I had high success rate with mountain bike tires, but not with road tires, tubeless. So, but I'm gonna try. And then I can't film it one-handed, so I'm gonna tell you how it went on. Now I could be fooling you, but I'm telling you, it just pumped up like a treat. Now, out of the 4 times I mounted this tire, this is, not sure, the only time or the second time it actually worked like this. I either use a CO2 thing or a booster pump to inflate the tire, but now now it worked perfectly. Now of course this is really great. It went on by hand, no tools needed, no mess with the sealant, and I could even pump it up like a normal setup with tubes. So this whole job took me 2 or 3 minutes, and you couldn't see the mounting of the tire. I didn't show that, and I also didn't show the inflating. And after that, I'm out of breath now because it needed some real hard and fast pumping. You couldn't tell, so I highly recommend this tubeless setup. It's worth a little more effort. I didn't have any flats in 8,000 kilometers, and only once or twice did the pressure decrease until the sealant filled a small cut. And yeah, so if that's all, I'm really happy with that. I really like the tire. It rolls really nice. It feels great. It feels like a tubular tire. It's fast. It's grippy. It's perfect. Just do it.